with Prime Minister Netanyahu at the White House on Wednesday, President Trump said that he insisted to the Israeli leader that negotiations with Iran should continue to see if a deal can be reached. He also said that he told Netanyahu that a deal would be his preference. Prime Minister Netanyahu issued a statement after the talks saying that the two leaders discussed Israel's security needs in the context of the negotiations, and the two agreed to continue their close coordination and relationship. Now, this was the seventh time that Prime Minister Netanyahu has met with Trump since the president began his second term in office, but this was a much more private affair. President Trump and Prime Minister Netanyahu did not hold a press conference. They did not issue public statements like they usually do. And Prime Minister Netanyahu entered the White House through an entrance that was away from where reporters had gathered. Prime Minister Netanyahu was widely expected to push President Trump to widen the scope of the negotiations with Iran. Israel is very concerned that the United States could pursue a more limited, a more narrow deal with Tehran that's focused on the nuclear program and that doesn't address Iran's ballistic missile capabilities or its support for regional proxy groups like Hezbollah in Lebanon or the Houthis in Yemen. Well, Israel does want a nuclear deal with Iran, and they do want an end to Iran's enrichment of uranium and for all enriched uranium to be taken out of the country. They also view Iran's ballistic missile capabilities as an existential threat. During the 12-day war with Israel in June, Iran fired some 550 ballistic missiles at Israel. Around 50 of those successfully evaded Israeli and American air defenses and caused widespread destruction in Israeli cities. Israel wants the United States in these negotiations to insist on limits on Iran's ballistic missile production, on their capabilities, and limits on their range. Iran has repeatedly and emphatically rejected this. They say their missile program is for defense, and it is a non-negotiable red line. Blake Sifton, SABC News, Tel Aviv.